guys, welcome again to my channel, and I hope you're having a good day. Today's topic is
your destiny is set by God. Okay, before I start focusing on the topic, which you should already know since I'm going to be naming the title of the video, that topic, I wanted to let you guys know that I am my makeup. Again! I don't know how long it took me to do this makeup, but I do know one thing for sure, it didn't come out the way I wanted it.
so that's my problem right now. Yeah, the topic of today is your destiny is set by God. I've already done this this topic in church. Don't mind me if I'm reading, because most of the information that I just wrote it same book. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today alright, so let's get into it. In Genesis 37, we read about a young man by the name of Joseph. Joseph was loved by his father Israel. We know this by Genesis 37:3. It states that now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons. Joseph was favored. From birth, God has already destined Joseph for greatness. As a child of God, you're born favored, and you have already been placed in the world for a purpose. So in Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." God already has a plan and purpose for you. So in Genesis 37 in verse 3, that Israel made an ornate robe for Joseph. Ornate in the dictionary, I had to search it up because I was like, what is ornate? Ornate in the dictionary says that it is a intricate, decorated, complex patterns. This is represented. It wasn't just any simple robe that his dad made for him. You already see this kid was favored. You don't even need any other explanation. His pops was letting it be known that, out of everyone, I love you. In Genesis 37:4, it states, when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and could not speak good words about him. So your enemies are all around you, and because they're all around you, you may not know who they actually are. They disguise themselves as friends. They could even be your family. Because the enemy sees that you're favored, they're gonna stand around you and they're gonna always think negative towards you. They're gonna always try to plan something negative. They're gonna always have negative statements. There's nothing positive that they can see within you, because they see that you're favored. You may not know why things are not moving smoothly in your life. It could be the people that you are surrounded by, hindering you to move to the position destined by God. In Genesis 37 verse 11, it states that his brothers were so jealous of him. They were jealous before, but in verse 11 in Genesis chapter 37, they were more jealous of Joseph after he told them about his dream. Now, brothers and sisters in the Lord, this is a warning not to expose your dreams to any and anybody, because giving your enemies the motives to hinder your blessings, because your enemies don't really know what's going on in your life. In Genesis 37 verse 23, it says that when Joseph came to his brother, they stripped him out of his robe he was wearing. It says in 24, and they took him and threw him into the pit. Can you read this? His own brothers, you guys. They thought that throwing Joseph in the pit would hinder him from his destiny. They thought removing his colors meant that they had removed his favor. But God. So in Genesis 37 verses 28, it says, so when the Medians merchants came by, his brother pulled Joseph up of the pit and sold him for 20 shekels of silver. Joseph's brother thought he was worth 20 shekels. If only your enemies knew your worth. If only they knew what God had planned for Joseph, they wouldn't have sold him for 20 shekels. Because I'm telling you, this guy, if you read the whole chapter, you will know the tale of Joseph. This guy was sold by his brothers, treated like a slave, went through each step only to land in the biggest position where his family had to come to him. And was seeking for help because of the circumstances that occurred in their life around the time. But if his family knew his worth, would they have treated him this way? But in the end of the day, it makes me think about things. It makes me realize that everything tends to always happen for a reason. Because, you see, it looks like a very terrible tale that occurred in Joseph's life, but that was probably the path that he had to go through to reach that destination that God had for him, like the topic says. Wait, let me remember what the topic says before I say another one. I said, your destiny is set by God. You may think that your life is going around in circles, just stressing on all that stuff. It's not going the way you want it to go. It's not going the way you planned it to go. My major thing to say is that you shouldn't be worried about all that. Yeah, it's normal for a human being to worry about what goes on in their life and how stressful things are and how things are not going the way one has planned it. But if you have faith in God, you're going to be guided. One thing I know for sure is that God has been working in my life continuously since I was a kid up to now. There's never a time that I can ever say that God has not helped me from. Even though I ain't read the whole thing that I wrote down for the church, what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't matter how difficult things may seem right now or how things are, affecting you at this moment. What I want you to do is to have faith and, lift your head up and keep moving forward, because there is big things out there for you. Everybody has a purpose in this world, and, because we give up so easily or quickly, we lose the pathway to our destiny. So keep moving. It hurts, it's hard, so many excuses, so many things that could be a perfect excuse for you to stop moving forward. Is that the end of your story?